is Clay Roush, CRNA of CRNA Locum Jobs. I wanted to do a quick video to talk to you guys about a question that I get asked a lot from CRNAs, and it is, what is a VMS? Well, in short, VMS stands for Vendor Management Software, Vendor Management System, depending on the company, what they might call it. But essentially what it is it's a software that facilities and healthcare institutions use to help streamline the process on their end, both from an accounting standpoint, but also just to keep track of schedules and what all they got working when it comes to outsourced labor. Now, the better question would be is, what is an MSP? An MSP in VMS companies, typically those words get used interchangeably, but an MSP stands for Managed Service Provider. And what they're doing is not only are they the software piece, which really what a VMS is the software, but they're also managing it. A good analogy to think about is, think about like Airbnb, for example. Airbnb is the software that both property management companies and homeowners use to list their home. So in this aspect, the VMS would be Airbnb itself, the software, and the MSP would actually be the homeowners and or the property managers, because they're actually doing a lot of the management of the actual properties and accounts and everything like that. So that's a good way to think about it. VMS is the technology platform, and an MSP is the service partner that's working with the VMS. And the reason that is important to differentiate is some hospitals identify that they need the software, but they don't necessarily need help with the management piece. So they actually do have just a true VMS, which is just the software and no third-party company that's actually managing it in terms of like account managers, accounting, credentialing specialists, all that fun stuff. What are the key functions of a VMS? I get asked that a lot. One of the things they do is they have a centralized job posting. So they just have to send that out to one avenue, and then it gets pushed out to all the different agencies, all the different job boards that they want to use. So it's easy for the facility to just do a one-stop shop for their job posting. They don't have to go to Indeed, Gaswork. They don't have to go to their maybe 20 different agencies that they're using and send them the emails. It's all posted on one avenue. The other thing is candidate submission. So when we submit a candidate, it all goes into the software. I've never been on the receiving end of it, so I don't know what those platforms look like once all the providers actually get input, but I imagine it probably streamlines like their experience, their years of service, highlights their licensures in which states and all that fun stuff. But it's probably like a very user-friendly version of how to look at a bunch of candidates in a quick way. They deal a lot of the times with credentialing and compliance, so you'll submit all your credentialing documents through that platform. Billing and accounting, so we'll submit invoices, and that's how we get payment for the CRNAs. They also do, and this is probably one of the biggest things that they do, is they do analytics and reporting. Analytics and reporting is important because a lot of the times I get these hospitals that say, the hospital CEO will go to the department that's managing their locums and say, hey, I want to know what we spent on locums last month. Sounds like pretty simple question and should be a simple answer. However, every different agency is on different net payment terms. They all have different contracts on when they get paid and when they submit for the payments. So at any given point, payroll could be months ahead, months behind, etc. So in order for that person that got asked by the CEO to come up with an answer, they really don't have a good way. They have to kind of go searching for answers, and then they come back and they say, well, it's about this, I don't know for sure. And the CEO is probably like, well, that sounds pretty unacceptable, we should know. Hey guys, this is Clay Roush, CRNA of CRNA Locum Jobs. Wanted to do a quick video to talk to you guys about a question that I get asked a lot from CRNAs.